Okay, Dan the Natural Man Show. Today, before I start this wonderful video, if you like my channel and you're getting something out of it and you want to help me spread the word of natural healing, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it. My mission is to spread the word of natural healing that we can indeed heal our bodies of pretty much any disease if we follow nature's rules. And the reason a lot of us are sick today is because we do not follow nature's rules anymore. And that brings me to today's topic of forest bathing. Now, this is a term that you may not be familiar with, but I mean, basically it just means spending time in nature. And in modern times, especially for those of us who live in cities, that is a little difficult to do, but we can do it if that's what we want to do. We can make it happen if it is important to us. So there's been some research done on this topic. Of course, I think that's common sense to realize that if you spend time in nature by yourself, separated from the stresses of the modern world, that it's good for you. Of course it is, because we know stress is bad. Long-term uncontrolled stress is really bad. It can lead to a lot of our diseases, one of the factors. So some of the benefits of forest bathing: number one is it reduces stress, like we just talked about. But the studies have shown that it can actually reduce stress hormones like cortisol. It can reduce cortisol levels in the blood if we spend time in nature. It's amazing, isn't it? It has been shown to lower blood pressure, which again, a lot of your high blood pressure is caused by stress in modern living. There's dietary factors too, but stress is a huge, huge deal, because a body that is not calm develops disease. A body that is calm doesn't. Another, which brings me to my next point, forest bathing has been shown to accelerate healing. So if you have any kind of disease, or if you don't want to develop any kind of disease, it would be wise to get out in nature at least twice a week. Or if you can't do twice a week, do once a week. But I think any amount of time, you don't have to drive 30 miles to the nearest forest. You can go to one of your local parks and find a peaceful corner there. You can fix your backyard where you have like a little private area, with bushes and maybe a fence. Somewhere you can get away from the modern world for a few minutes and just breathe it away for a second, But it has been shown to increase your recovery time for illness. One of the reasons for this is because when you are in a forest environment, it has been shown that your natural killer cells multiply. And this effect can last for 30 days after your forest bathing experience. 30 days, your immune system is working better. Forest bathing boosts your immune system. And we all know that the immune system is very, very important to keep us healthy, and in times of illness to bring us back to health. Other benefits of forest bathing is the boosting of our creative energies. There's a study shown a group of people that stay in the forest for 4 days, it increased their creative abilities by 50%. So if you're working on some project at work, or if you're a writer, or anything that requires you to create, you might want to check out some nature. You might want to go out there and write. If you are stunted by any kind of problem, you may want to go out and sit and listen to the birds and let the trees blow in through your hair. And that may help you find your creativity. Also, this it's kind of obvious. It helps with stress and anxiety because anything that helps. Anxiety and depression. Anything that helps your stress is going to help that. And then I think another benefit, some of these studies, the people were not allowed to have their electronic devices, their iPhones, their computers. I'm all for modern technology. I use it every day, but I do think it is getting out of hand. You can go and see people in the supermarket driving down the road. They got their phone all the time. It's like it's an extension of them. They cannot put it down. And that is stress. You cannot relax your mind when you're doing that. So I think one of the benefits, one of the reasons this works is you get away from the electronic devices, but not only that, you get away from all the EMS surrounding us in our air. I live in a pretty rural area, and probably a mile away from me there's this huge cell phone tower. And you go another mile, there's another cell phone tower. Whether you believe it or not, these EMFs, the electro radiation frequencies, are affecting our health, and not in a good way. And the 5G technology that's coming out, I'm afraid, it's going to cause us some major problems. So hopefully we can come to our senses before we do that, because 4G is good enough. It's good enough. So, until next time, keep it natural. And what could be more natural than spending time in nature?